Oh man, I've been married 16 years, bro. I ain't sliding in nobody DM. None. I'm sliding in my wife's acting like I'm just gonna we can role play. Nah, I ain't sliding no DMs. It actually has a meaning. Elan and Brio in Hebrew or Jewish, from the Jewish culture, is the same word. It's vigor and zeal. So when I bring my music, I've always had a certain energy, a certain zeal. So that's the goal. It's like and like or see and seen, you know? So it's two different words that mean the same thing. So vigor and zeal. So I'm bringing the energy, I'm bringing the vibe. That's what Elan Brio means.
Brio, Brio, Brio.
Three pieces of gear? Oh, man, I'd take a SP404 for so I can. It's so versatile. You can sample, you can create effects. I mean, in the box, it's like a very powerful little tool. So I take that with me. I'd take. I think I'd take some type of machine, whether it's a studio, MK3 keyboard, and then I'd take an MPC 2000 XL.
Brio, Brio, Brio.
Man, it doesn't have to be a beat tape. It's any kind of album, right? Or do you say the only beat
Yeah,
tape? Okay, okay. For me, I'm gonna have to
anyhow.
say that I construct my style. Man, this is tough. I had to say, I had to say, only built for Cuban links. That's the Raekwon and Ghostface Killer album. Because if you listen to that album, like a lot of the stuff was like interludes and like intros, talking, and just like raw boom bap, whatever lo-fi, whatever you want to classify, just hip hop, like, and it was sonically beautiful, like unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to say I can't say that, but I would put 36 Chambers in there, but I just want to gravitate to that album because RZA was really in his own. Like it was like I don't know when he made that, but I know when we first heard of the Wu Tang, that was like an album that came out maybe like 2 years, 3 years later after 36 to Enter the 36 Chambers, and I was just like blown away. So I'd say that one. One rapper, one singer, one producer. I would like to see. Man, that's tough. My producer. You know, he's by far one of my favorites, but he's not my top producer. But I would want to hear Apollo Brown with Lauryn Hill singing some kind of hook with Outkast. That would be dope. Just to be something different, because Apollo Brown's beats are amazing, and then I just like the way, Andre is one of my favorite rappers, and I'm arguably one of the top 10 in my book. But Big Boy, some people like him or not, but they're perfect together. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like certain groups like Tribe Called Quest. You might love Q-Tip more than Fife Dog, but together they're amazing. You know what I'm saying? So you take Outkast, put them with like Apollo Brown and Lauryn Hill singing, just something, just like some fusion. I just want to see what that would sound like. So thought it'd be dope. Who would I fight? Who was a total jerk? I'm trying to think. That I love music and I listen to me. I'm like, who's a jerk? I don't like that guy. Shoot. You know what? Even though he just looked like a cocky son of a gun, and he had all those blue haired ladies back in the day. I don't even know if he's still alive. And I'm just hating on him right now. Rod Stewart, I beat Rod Stewart up because I look like I could beat him up. Plus, he got, what I'm saying? I'm jealous. He got nice hair, you know, the British accent. I'll beat him up. Under $50. Favorite piece of gear. Dang, even a pocket operator ain't under $50. You know what? That's a great idea. That's a good one. You know, man, I just say like a bag of toys and like percussion stuff. Like you can get like toys and shakers and like a whole bag on Amazon for like $34, and you can just they give you like little different stuff you can make change and stuff with. So yeah, like little percussion instruments, because it adds flavor. You know what I'm saying? And also free. You can walk around well, not right now, but in the fall, get leaves, get water, all that kind of stuff to add elements. So percussion stuff. Well, when I started rapping, when I first asked a guy on SoundClick, I was like, "Hey, I'm interested in your beat," and blah blah blah, and I was like, I didn't know what exclusive or they didn't even really have the lease yet, and he was like, "Yeah, $600 for an exclusive beat." I was like, "I'm gonna learn how to make beats," and I had already sort of had it in my head, and I was like, "Man, I think I could do that," So I played with that program, Hip Hop EJ, which it was a horrible program, and I had that free pirated version of Cool Edit, and I was trying to loop stuff anyway, just trying to make a remix so I could just make a loop so I could rap on it. But lo and behold, it was teaching me how to chop. Didn't even know it, and I picked up the skills. So once I learned that beats were expensive back in the day, I learned how to make them myself. Well, I got a lot. So I think when I really started to hit my own and like I really developed to who I am and really felt like I'm not ashamed of any of this is Cookies. If you listen to Cookies, that was like I didn't realize, how much better as a beat maker I was getting. Not saying I'm cocky and I'm all that and I was good. No, you start thinking like, wow, man, I'm actually feeling like I can understand how to make a song or a beat connect with somebody. Because at first the challenge was it's just a beat, and people like that don't understand beat culture is like it's boring. It's just a beat, but if you can make it connect to people that don't even listen to beats, and then also connect to the beat nerds, but still keep it simple enough where it's not overcomplicated. That's when I feel like, okay, yes, I'm learning this. I feel like I got something that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So, Cookies. You know what I say? If you're starting, no, but I think you should always learn and you should always grow. And I don't want to say necessary because I don't know music theory at all. I'm basically just play it by ear or cheat with some of these new keyboards. But most of the time, I've done it so many times that I know where to go on the keyboard. But it would probably be advantageous if you're starting out to get a feel for the sample, to get an understanding how to sample, but also if you can fit the time in, learn how to play some keys, learn how to, because it just spices up your beats. It just helps you even more. But no, to get started, I say no, but as you grow, you want to get there, you want to get some more into your game, but at the same time, like guys like me, like Ninth Wonder said, just be you. If you're not a keyboard player at all, if you just want to sample, just master it. So, but I just say if you're gonna sample and build beats, I think you still got to add a little spice on top. So I say, learn it eventually. If that's a good answer. The best album production that nobody knows about. Ooh, let's see. I don't think people give. Well, he's known because he's in Soul Council. Let's see. There's a lot of guys that like just around the way, like in our crew, like in people that I know, like in the Midwest, and just there's just a lot of guys like ourselves just grinding out there, and just people don't know about them. And I think it's the popularity thing is sort of creeping in the beats, and I hate it because people are like, oh, if you don't sound like a certain way, then I just want people to give people a listen. And for example, I got a homie right now that I been chopping it up with. His name's Bondo. This dude is so amazing, dude. Like he got beats, the textures, the way he puts his beats together. It's like wow, it make you want to step your game up if you know what I'm saying. So there's guys like that, there's thousands of them, and it's just I just think the underground guys, because even in lo-fi, which I guess people put me in that lo-fi boom bapish. There's so many talented guys that don't make these Spotify playlists, that don't get all these fans, and I think it's a shame because that's what we're missing. I felt like the beat culture in our area, in our perspective, we do continue to look for the fresh find, but it's sort of getting commercial. So I think they're missing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go off on a tangent, but I'm just saying it to make it relate to the question. There's the underground guy. He doesn't have to be a face with a name. It's just there's a lot of guys like that. Including I know a guy in Breadbaux in your crew. I can't think of his name. He plays an SP. He's really dope. I listen to his stuff. I can't think of his name right now. But there's several guys like that. So I can't just really put a finger on it because even some of these newer guys the older guys, like I'll say in the Soul Council, like Crisis, I was going to say him and Y2K and Rock Marciano, them dudes are starting to get love, but they have fans because of the independent hustle, but there's a lot of guys, and there's a gap from them to guys like us. So I think there needs to be a voice and more attention paid to that. So that's my opinion. Hey, he said this quote: "Politics as usual." I'd want to work with Jay-Z. Like, I think I could make some stuff that he could rock with. Like, I remember the stuff when he was on like Blueprint, Dead Press, 404, even this new project with Jay Electronica. I think I could make a couple beats. I would love to collab with Jay, and then besides that, I'd probably want to work with what's his face? The kid out of the Queens that Nas signed. I can't think of his name. Dave East. I would want to work with him too. Jay Z and Dave East. But I say Jay first and then Dave East. Sorry, I said two. Well, I got boys and kids. So, and I grew up playing basketball, played college ball, played a little pro. So I'd probably be coaching, which I do anyway on the side. I'd probably do that more, coaching basketball, spending time mentoring kids. So that's what I do. I'm gonna call it soul lo-fi fusion bop. That's the name of it. Because I like soul samples, I don't always sample soul, but it has some kind of soul, some kind of element of funkiness is what I'm saying when you got soul. And then, I'm going to give you the dirty, gritty lo-fi, which they call lo-fi now, these young bucks, but we call it boom bap. But I'm going to call it lo-fi to keep it current. And then bop is just to make your head bop. I'm going to make your head bop, you know what I'm saying? So soul fusion lo-fi bop. That should be a name of a tape. That's a good name. I thought you. Oh man, I've been married 16 years, bro. I ain't sliding nobody deal. None. I'm sliding in my wife's, acting like I'm just gonna. We can role play. I'm acting. Nah, I ain't sliding no DMs, fam. You know what? Young buck when I was young. I used to try to do those things, but man, I'm grown. So nah, I ain't sliding no DMs. Well, recently, you know what? It wasn't even like a big, some person that's known, but it was like a person that does like little small reviews over artists, and I think they got like 20 followers. Hit me up and reposted my music and was like, "Hey man, your music was dope," and said something about it. Do it, and that would just really touch me because it's like that's dope. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to be on some cool articles, and it's been cool. It's been dope, but it's just something about when a person like really in reach next to you, or you can talk to, real close to you, says that, or like when you're at a show and people are like, "Yo, I felt your music," and that's what's encouraging. When you do a set and it's genuine feedback, you know what I mean, and people really like it, or they tell you how they feel about it. That's when I'm encouraged, because it makes me either go fix something or go to the drawing board. It makes me continue doing what I'm doing. So real feedback, I guess that would be the way to answer that question. Because some people the world, that it's sort of like everybody gets to first place. I believe in, hey man, there's not always gonna be first place. There's gonna be winners and losers, and give good feedback, because constructive criticism helps. You know what I mean? It makes you think like, oh, okay. It makes you be more creative, or what can I do to fix that, or what can I do better? And yes, of course, there's gonna be haters, and everybody's opinion don't matter. But when you get somebody that you trust and that'll tell you the truth, that's encouraging. Well, the main thing I want people to know is I'm going to bring you music from my heart, and that I'm just trying to be consistent, and make you, I guess, understand, how can I say? I'm going to give you music from my heart. I'm try to be consistent, and I just want you to feel the music. I'm going to try to take you on a ride. Like, it might be something that you can just push play and you can just let it play. I never want to make a project where a person skips around it, which I know people do, but I want you to push play and just listen to the whole thing, if you got the time. You know what I'm saying? I want you to feel the whole vibe, because when I'm making music, I'm trying to tell a story, or I'm trying to put a whole composite of work together, like an opus, because I always when I made Cookies, or when I made my last recent tapes, I'm just putting them together so it could be a whole journey. So it's going to have highs and lows and excitement and, all that stuff. I'm trying to bring out emotion so you can just really feel the vibe of what I'm making, when I was making it. Well, you can find me on all social media. You can find me on all the streaming services, Spotify, Apple, and such. You can find some of my stuff on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. So I do release most of my stuff on streaming services, but I try to keep up and put it on Bandcamp. And especially if I have like merchandise or tapes or special stuff going on, I'll put it on Bandcamp. But you can just find me anywhere like that. Oh, and YouTube, I do have a YouTube channel where I teach. I try to show like little tips and tricks on the SP404 machine. I'm just getting going. I got 1,000 followers, so that's pretty cool. And just stuff like that. So it's not just you consuming my music. I'm trying to give you something, trying to give you some nuggets, some jewels, some help. People that are interested in that. So that's where you can find me. So please reach out, holler at me, email, text, DM, say what's up, or tag me. So if you're listening.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/breadbaux to be featured in the 24/7 live stream and future videos. Keep on creating, and as always, thank you for watching.